Hey y'all, my name's Chrissy. This is another episode of Galaxy Gardens and I'm in the yard today. It has been over 100 degrees all week and it's after 8 o'clock at night today. Just checking out the sky. It's finally cooled down enough I can show you what's going on in the yard. So let's go check everything out. Start off, I wanted to show you these absolutely massive fruit trees. They've put on so much growth. And except for the apple on the right corner here, everything else has fruit on it. Girls got DIY mister. I just strapped a hose to this with the mister setting on last couple days and that worked out pretty good. Honey, you see this girl right here, has been dealing with a prolapse. So I did some treatment to that yesterday and we're keeping an eye on her. We know that it's likely to reoccur. We don't understand what caused it other than just possibly heat stress. It's only been going on for a couple days, but we're doing our best. We're keeping an eye on her. They have plenty of calcium. I mean, she's only like a couple years old, so we're not really sure, but we're just keeping her comfortable. If it comes to it, then we will put her down, but she's fine. She's doing okay for now. Whenever I let them out, they've been eating the rhubarb leaves, so they are staying plenty active. But look at this. It's been a few years. We finally have peaches again. This beautiful donut peach, which started as a little stick, has donut peaches. Check that out. And it has not been eaten by a bug yet, so we'll see. There's a couple more on here. Just keeping an eye on it. Of course, we have our oregano and just a few pears. So I like coming out here this time of day with the peach trees. It's a nice look. Moving beyond here. This looks so good. I tried to shoot a live a little while ago and it didn't save, so I got a little bit discouraged, to be quite honest. But we've been working on everything and I figured, you know, I got a couple extra minutes. Let's take everybody around. I actually found something today that I have been trying to grow and get established here for several years now. I've been completely unsuccessful. So I was super stoked when I found this. Let me show you. Beautiful day. It's heading over. Of course, have our snowbank blackberries. They're looking pretty nice. That's not why we're here though. We're here because of this. Let me get a little closer. I have been trying to get a black raspberry plant established on this property for 5 years now. They keep dying on me. But check that out. Isn't that awesome? They look good. This is technically not part of our property, but I actually planted literally 2 weeks ago a black raspberry bush. So I'm gonna try to steal some of the new canes coming in, like this one, and over here, this one as well. And I'm gonna try to move them elsewhere, just in case the power company comes back and clears this all out again. But yeah, it just keeps going. So that's fun. That is my win of the week. We have been running around like nonstop, and it's been hot, and we're fighting to keep things alive. I actually, probably about 2 weeks ago, planted all our onions out front, and because it's been over 100 degrees last 2 days, we've been cycling between that and it being like upper 60s, low 70s and raining. They all just got fried. And again, it's gonna happen tomorrow because today I think it was 96. It's been over 100 the last couple days before that. And tomorrow it's gonna be 78 and raining. It's just ridiculous. So we're gonna do our best to do more videos because they're fun and we like doing them. Moving along, we put some cucumbers in the back with our peppers. Our hot peppers are loving it. My cardoon is fighting for its life in the sun, but it's fine. Made it through. Some squash here. Down here we have some salad burnet. Our mustard is going to seed. And then I did this as sort of an experiment to see what is okay with hot weather. So most of the carrots did good, but the only radishes to survive the hot weather are daikons. So our boar king radishes, our jiangdu, all that stuff. We gotta wait till the fall, but now I know. Don't know till you try. You can see all of our cilantro here. That's looking good. We actually have elsewhere, so we can get a close up here. Our green grapes are looking really nice. Look at that. They're still baby grapes. Can I get that in focus? There we go. They're still baby grapes, but they're doing their thing. So one thing we want to do is eventually replace that shed because it's a hot mess. But it'd be cool once we replace it, maybe put a little greenhouse over here and get all this inside. But we'll see. It's working for now. I got no complaints. Ignore the hammock in the background. I gotta pick that up. Our blackberries, we waited a bit long to weed whack around them, but our chicory's doing fabulous. Our blackberries are doing their thing. They're just not as large as usual. Let's see if I can find anything on here. We had our hardy kiwis flower for the first time. The female flowered, but the male did not. Oh my goodness, there is one. So we weren't expecting any berries, but some of them are getting bigger for some reason. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, they were in these beautiful little clusters and then dropped them. But some of the berries are actually getting big. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I am cautiously optimistic. I really think they're all gonna drop. But it's kind of cool to see. Here's another little close-up. Those are teeny tiny in their flowers and now they're getting bigger. But yeah, it's been interesting. I cleaned this up a ton. This was borderline gonna take down the fence. If you grow this on your own property, I don't know, maybe try to grow it up a tree or something. But yeah, you definitely have to prune it. So that's the female. This one's the male. This one is not flowered yet. I'm hoping next year. But just let them do their thing. We actually, you see over there, we took our mushroom logs that we're not producing and we're gonna burn them. These are the shiitakes that are doing good. Back there is all like broccoli and stuff. But I put these here for easy access and to get them away from the garage. Let's see, our oka. They look droopy, right? If your other plants looked like this, you'd probably be like, whoa, that needs water. They actually close their leaves like that every night based on how much sunlight there is. They're really cute. There you go. In the morning they'll fan out again. Those are growing like crazy. Honestly, everything's doing pretty good. We got our corn in. Obviously, potatoes are coming up. Tomatoes are happy. I could have swore I started 24 of them. Evidently, I did not. I have 16 tomatoes. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to buy any more. You can see all of my dead celery clusters that I started to grow. Dead. They got fried. So our celery that we bought from the store is still going good. What else? Cabbages are happy. They're doing what I thought they would do. Our 2 pawpaws remaining. Gorgeous. This is our greens bed. Let me give you a close up here. See that kale and the Swiss chard? They are all on the cusp of a growth spurt and have also survived being fried in the sun. So they're just doing their thing. So my cautious optimism with these are turning to optimism. And with the middle bed, we haven't had any slug issues. I did treat for slugs, I think last year, but no slug issues, none whatsoever. They look good. Oh, man, I need a haircut. This is not how I intended the bangs, but I'm working with it. Over here we have real ground cherries. Tried doing this the other year and they ended up being tomatoes, but these are actually ground cherries, so they have grown a lot in the last week, and I have so many mosquitoes on me. But we have other stuff going on over here too. We had a loss in our family. My grandmother passed, so she's the last grandparent, and that is a big deal. But my aunt bought her a little tomato plant, and she was doing well till the end. It was kind of sad. They had these beautiful giant fig trees, and they didn't get any water over winter, and the trunks actually split. So as far as the outdoor fruiting plants go, they took them with them to the afterlife. What we have here are just green beans and lettuce. I've been harvesting it this way to about here. I haven't harvested that yet. It's not bitter. It hasn't gone to flower. So those are good summer varieties. I believe it's a mixture of oak leaf, tango, and something else. Some more green beans here. We have herbs sprinkled in. And our garlic is just about ready to harvest. Noticing a scape I missed the other week. Just give me 1 second here. Grab that guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this garlic this year. We don't want to plant this much next year. We actually might bring it down to just 1 bed. But I always separate the varieties. But to be honest, I don't. I just use them all the same way, so it's not really worth doing that. Might get some new ones, I don't know. But we'll probably pick those, I don't know, this week, next week. They're almost ready. Usually pick them around 4th of July. There's some other corn. Regarding the corn, it is glass gem corn, but it's 2 specific colors I've planted. One in this bed and one in the bed over there. I don't want to discuss those colors yet until they come in. And that is for a very important reason. Now, corn. There's a lot that goes into corn, especially in our country. And what I am trying to do is to get a specific color and potentially stabilize that over the years. So we're gonna see. That's not a secret. People try to do that all the time. But the color I'm going for, I don't want to share just yet. So I'm gonna see what happens. And I'm sure the girls, if it doesn't come out the way I want, will appreciate extra corn this winter. Well, ladies, they're just out and about. We were drowning in eggs. I can't give them away fast enough, and we don't sell them. There's honestly no point. We only ate chickens. And groceries are expensive, so if we're gonna give them away, we're just giving them away. But yeah, just thought I'd share that tidbit about the corn. It's pretty cool. I'm only doing 2 beds this year because I wanted to grow the oca and I wanted extra green beans because we eat more than that than we do the corn. So that's the plan. I'll take one last look at the girls. I got a couple videos of them the other day. I might throw them at the end of this video, as well as some interesting stuff we've been doing while we're traveling, but I can put that as an intro or something. But these girls, it's time for bed. Everybody else is doing very well. We actually, their run here, we're gonna be adding some stuff to it. We've never had an issue with it smelling, but recently, because of all the rain, because all the rain we've been getting, it has an odor, so we're gonna take care of that. Actually, the last couple days it's been pretty nice because it's all been dried out because it's been so hot. So it has not been smelling, but I need to make sure it doesn't. Right, Marshmallow? Right. All right, I got one more spot to show you. Okay, we're in a different part of the property. Look how huge our radishes are. Or excuse me, not radishes, horseradish. There you go. Absolutely massive. I'm so excited to harvest that in the fall. I also intended to pick our gooseberries. That didn't happen. And I have this situation going on. There's so freaking many. There's so many. This is exactly what I wanted, but like I need to pick them. So yeah, I gotta do that at some point this week and just brave the thorns. And then let's see. Oh, there's our valerian. But yeah, here's another part of our yard. These are sunchokes. And bunnies keep eating them, but whatever. They're getting pretty tall. They're probably about 3-ish feet tall right now. So waiting for them to flower. It's another one we'll get in the late fall. And all of my onions got murdered. I had, oh my, red and green bunching onions, red and white regular onions, and then 2 kinds of leeks. And they were doing fantastic the last couple weeks, and then literally 2 days of hot weather destroyed them. There's no way I could have put them in the shade or done anything with it. This little guy down here is Skirret. You can see it's even holding on for its life. Just getting fried. Moving over. Here's another Skirret. Now Skirret, I ran across this video about medieval plants. And Skirret is like a precursor to carrots. It's like a bunching white root vegetable that's supposed to be sweet. So I have 3 of those. They're supposed to be perennial. There's another one. And then you can just see everything else is dead. So after it rains the next couple days, I'm gonna see what's left. I might just buy some from the store or just put more green beans here. So thought this was gonna be my onion year, but alas, it is not. But it will be our elderberry year. So elderberries look awesome. I decided to let them make berries this year. One is a York elderberry. For the life of me, I don't remember off the top of my head what this other one is, if I can get it in focus. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. I didn't want to make sparkling, I guess, cider with it this year. I'm just gonna let it make elderberries, do its thing. I'll figure out what the other one is. I have it written down somewhere. Look great. So that's exciting. Our elderberries are starting to take off this year, so I'm hoping they take over. Last but not least, we have some sweet potatoes. Found those at the store. Our walking onion, or Egyptian walking onion. Look at that. I'm waiting for all these to turn into little bulbs so I can move them somewhere else. And then the volunteer potato and winter squashes. So one of them, I don't remember the name of. It's gonna be a big, I don't know, dark green kind of squash. And then the other one's a butternut. I'm guessing this one's the butternut. I thought for sure they would die. And what we did was a little different. So all of this that was left over from the potatoes, we left here. Did not tell anything over, just moved spots. And we found that the soil was really workable. And the squash seems to like it. So we're letting them do their thing. Unrelated, we have these yuccas on different parts of our property, and they're just about to flower. So I love taking these petals, whatever that bug is, they're always hanging out on here. But the petals, you just give them a quick rinse, toss them in a pan with some butter and lemon juice. They're fantastic. I like mixing them with green beans. So I'll come out here and I'll just pull all the petals off and leave the stamen so they can get pollinated. But I think they were meant as decorative plants to indicate where water lines are, because that is literally where they are. Faucet, there's one at another faucet. There's one where like our water line is. So I don't know who decided to do that, because now I'm scared to dig in the ground to move him, but whatever. I know this isn't the most educational video, but this is where everything's at. We're about the end of June, last week of June here. We even have, like that, ta-da! We have figs coming in. Oh, there you go. You know, I tried to finish this up outside and I listened back to my recording, and there are so many gnats flying around my phone. All you can hear is like buzzing. So we're in the garage. Today my seat of choice is a pile of black cow. So that's nice. But I wanted to show you. I have a birthday coming up, and Greg was so nice and got me a mixed bag of fruit from a company that we like, and in it is a cacao pod. So I'm gonna go cut this open and try it. Never had it. There's also some sapate, egg fruit, sapadilla, tomato tree fruit. There was an assortment of citrus in there for some reason. There's like a pink lemon, Australian finger lime, key limes. I don't know, I guess they needed some filler. Some Peruvian ground cherries, so that was cool. Those are like 2 or 3 times the size of the Aunt Molly ones that we're growing. So probably gonna save the seeds from that. I'm excited for this. When it's in season, I'd love to get some mangosteen and cherimoya and soursop. So that's on the list. But I am dying, it is so hot in here. We're still working with Epic Gardening, so if you want to use the link, things are going to change soon. You'll be able to get your own personal link in the future, but I think at least through the end of June, you can still use our code, Galaxy Gardens. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen here, and you'll get 5% off everything on the store. So that's pretty cool. I'm just looking, I'm sweaty. So I'm gonna go inside. We're gonna go cut this open. But thank you for joining me for just a very brief garden tour. Everything's growing. All the stuff that I was fully confident about has come in, like the sunchokes. So stoked about that. So we're gonna get a good harvest this year, and I'm feeling really good about the greens as well. So let's head inside. Here we go. Pretty cool. It's like a little overripe, but we're still gonna go for it. You see that? And yes, I did have to be another YouTuber who opens this and is like, oh my gosh, look at this fruit, because I love fruit. Have you ever had a rambutan? I was kind of like eating that. It said you couldn't eat the seed. I always say you can like dry and roast the seeds and make chocolate out of it. We're definitely getting this again.